Audience, hello. Okay. Hello, I'm Camille, and I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite books, The Story of the Trapp Family Singers. Most people might recognize the story from the movie The Sound of Music. The story of the Trapp Family Singers was written by Maria Augusta Trapp and published in 1949. She was the real-life Fräulein Maria. Fräulein is German for Miss, who's a young unmarried woman. And the movie, The Sound of Music, which opened in 1965, is based on this book. While I consider the movie The Sound of Music to be very sweet and romantic, the true story was really not so lovey-dovey. Maria was a teacher and a candidate at Nonnberg Abbey in Salzburg, planning on taking her vows to become a nun, when she was asked to be a tutor for just one of Baron von Trapp's children. Maria was 21 years old when she left the abbey to tutor the Baron's daughter, who was weakened from scarlet fever. Baron von Trapp had been a widower for 2 years, and he had 7 children. The 7 children's real names are Rupert, Agatha, Maria, Werner, Hedwig, Johanna, and Martina. The plan was for Maria to tutor Maria von Trapp for 1 year. Then Maria was supposed to return to the abbey to take her vows as nun. Right away, Maria learned that Baron von Trapp spent little time with his children. He took frequent trips, he went hunting, and he was dating a princess. By the 3rd night of being in the Baron von Trapp's home, Maria learned that the Baron was planning on asking Princess Yvonne to marry him. Maria writes in her book that on this night she added to her nightly prayers, "Dear Lord, send him a good wife who will be a good mother to his dear children, and let him be happy from now on." Maria did take her guitar with her to the von Trapp home, and in less than 2 months Maria did begin singing with the kids and teaching them songs. The children did not know many songs at first, and the very first song Maria sang with them was Silent Night. While Baron von Trapp first heard his children sing with Maria, the Baron, he picked up the violin and he played along with them. Over the next 10 months, Maria had taken over the household duties and the oversight of the household staff as well, and the care of all 7 children. The Baron continued to see the princess, but they never became engaged. The Baron told the princess that he loved someone else and could not marry her. Just days before Maria was to leave the von Trapp home and take her vows to become a nun, Baron von Trapp asked Maria why she didn't send a letter to him saying that she would marry him. Taken by surprise, Baron von Trapp informed Maria that the children had decided that their father should marry Maria, and the children had informed their father that Maria wanted to marry him too, even though Maria didn't know they had done this. Maria told Baron von Trapp that she didn't know what to do, but she would go back to the abbey and would ask the Reverend Mother what to do. The Reverend Mother told Maria that it was the will of God that she marry the Baron and be a good mother to his children. And Maria writes in her book that she actually sobbed as she told Baron von Trapp, "They said I have to marry you." Maria and Baron von Trapp were married on November 26, 1927. Maria was 22 years old and Baron von Trapp was 25 years older than she was. 2 years later, in 1929, Maria and the captain had their first child together, a daughter named Rosemary. In 1931, their second daughter, Eleanor, was born. In 1935, the family lost their money when the bank in Austria failed. Overnight, Hitler forbade all tourist trade with Austria. The family had to let go 6 of their servants, they had to get rid of their car, and they soon took renters into their large home. During this time, the family continued to sing together, and in 1935, the Trapp Family Singers were born. In 1936, the Trapp family sang in their first festival with just a 1-day notice, and they won first place. The Trapp family continued to sing at fairs, concerts, festivals, and on the radio. Baron von Trapp refused a commission in the German Navy Along with the title of captain, he turned down 3 letters of invitation due to opposing Nazi and Hitler regime. Due to increasing threats from the Nazis, the von Trapp family fled Austria. The family told people they were going mountain climbing in order to not make others suspicious, and they fled to Italy with only the clothing that they were wearing. In 1938, the von Trapp family arrived in America, knowing very little English. They had to learn about American currency, figure out how to get their laundry done, meals, and they were living in hotels. In 1939, Maria gave birth to Johannes von Trapp in Pennsylvania, in the United States. The von Trapp family sang and toured throughout the United States. To bring in additional income, the family also crafted and painted wood furniture, trays, wooden bowls, jewelry, leatherwork, and wood carvings. And in the 1950s, they recorded records. The family eventually bought a farm in Vermont and opened the Trapp Family Music Camp. Their music camp offered singing, dancing, playing games, telling stories, and prayer. Here is where Baron George von Trapp died on May 30th, 1947. Maria was pregnant at the time of George's death, but she miscarried soon after. Maria went on to live another 39 years and passed away March 28, 1987. Today, the Trapp Family Lodge in Stowe, Vermont is still family operated and managed by Sam von Trapp, the son of Johannes von Trapp, Maria and the Baron's youngest son. The Baron, Maria, and the children who have passed are buried in the family cemetery there at the Trapp Family Lodge. From their website, the Trapp Family Lodge offers dining, they have a brewery, hiking, biking, they're also a wedding venue, and have meeting space available. For about $175 per night and a $35 resort fee, you too can experience a little of Austria, a lot of Vermont. The story of the Trapp Family Singers is a wonderful glimpse into a woman's life, her love of music, and her faith in God. And I highly recommend the book to read. That's it.
Yay!